Scott Warras here inside the Time of Grace Center, where the Warriors stay perfect at home, erasing a 20-point halftime deficit on their way to a 90-78 win over the Lakeland Muskies. It took a yeoman's effort in the second half by a lot of guys. Ryan Broeckel was one of them, as always. We'll start with the coach, Aaron Aanonsen. Coach, in the course of a long season, you have to find ways to win, a lot of different ways. I don't know if this is a way you wanted, but you guys did it. Down 20 at halftime. Just let's start in the locker room at the break. What was the messaging? What was the atmosphere? What was said? What was done?
Yeah, we haven't necessarily been tested like this all year. Hats off to Lakeland. They did a great job. They came out ready to go. They hit some tough shots. We weren't clicking. We weren't in sync with one another. Our togetherness wasn't there on the bench. And you just knew when you press, we've been doing this for years now. Sometimes you get up by 20 and the lead slips. Sometimes you get down by 20. I definitely was nervous, but I did have a confidence that our guys could come back if we could regroup, refocus on, the things that equated to winning. And it was just a different position than what we've been in. I don't know if we've really been down at the half much. We've probably led, if you study the stats, for approximately 99% of every game we've played. So this was different for us. This was a different feel, and I'm really proud of how our seniors just kind of pushed through.
Well, let me just ask, big picture, you guys do shoot 72% in the second half, but at halftime, was it more defensive-minded or was it more offensive-minded in terms of what you guys had to tighten up?
Number one, it was defense. I thought our defense was not what it needed to be. We'll keep it politically correct on that, right? But I think on the offensive end, the ball was sticky. We just weren't keeping it hot. You could see the difference in the second half when we just started to play a little bit freer basketball, and that happens at times. When you study games and you watch the momentum of Division I and NBA games, sometimes there's just not a great rhythm, and that halftime can really refocus you. Our timeouts we were taking weren't doing a great job of press and reset, but just hats off to our team. I'd like to say it's something our coaching staff did, but it's all these guys.
One more, Breck. I got one more for the coach here. You guys almost erased the entire 20-point deficit in the first 5-6 minutes, but you still didn't take the lead until about six and a half minutes to go. Play of the game, Jaquel Chisholm, a steal, a three-point play to give you the lead, to get you over the hump, and you never look back. You see a lot of teams that are able to put a lot of effort into erasing a big deficit, but then they run out of steam at the end. Quell's play, probably the play of the game, and you guys pushed over.
Yeah, for sure, play of the game. Just really proud of our guys making reads. I think Jaquel did a good job of seeing that opportunity, taking advantage of it, and that's one of his strengths. Is some of the instincts that he has, the feel for the game is unbelievable, and you can see that out here tonight.
All right, Ryan Broeckel. He of the 22 points, including 7 after halftime, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, a couple of assists, and a steal as well. First question, the same as I gave to Coach. Take me into the locker room. The mindset, the mentality, you were saying before we started, it was still a confident locker room, at least amongst the players, certainly.
Yeah, Coach said he was nervous. I know I wasn't. I told him, I'm like, we're fine. We shot terrible the first half. We were getting, the shots we were taking when we ran our offense were really good. They just weren't falling. We knew it was a little bit sticky, like you said. Defensively, we weren't locking in. It was all controllables for the most part. It was effort. It was, our bench energy wasn't great, like he mentioned. We talked about everything as a locker room before he even came in and reiterated it. So we knew what we needed to do, and that's a testament to not only like the seniors, like Coach said, but also we were getting stuff from everyone, freshman, sophomore, everyone on the bench was giving their input. And then after the talking, it was very quiet. We were locking in. We needed to figure out, or we knew what we needed to do. We just needed to do it, and we just needed to hit that reset. So.
And it certainly felt after the first, maybe even just the first 2 or 3 possessions of the second half, like you guys were a different team. You were re-energized, and although, to Lakeland's credit, they didn't relinquish that lead till about 6.5-7 minutes to go ultimately. It felt like it was just a different team, and you knew that early in the half.
Yeah, it always helps when the first shot goes in. That's kind of that first shot, you don't want to live or die by that, but energy-wise, it's a great thing. And we didn't stop there. Offensively, it always helps with the energy when shots are going in. It helps on the defensive side. But we really pride ourselves on defense, and I think you mentioned a stat. They didn't have a point within the, what was it? The point
Lakeland did not get a point in the paint in the second half until about 7.5 minutes to go. You really kept them out along the perimeter, and even some of the shots they were making were, step back 16-footers.
Yeah, so we just want to force them into tough shots. If they make them, power to them. If that's how they're going to win, that's fine. We'll tip our cap. But we knew, numbers-wise, those are the shots that we want to force. And eventually, we caught up to them and never looked back.
Last thing for you, Coach. Who knows how this season ends? Hopefully it runs a long, long time. But I have a feeling this game, going through this, will be something that you guys harken back on at some point. This thing is going to help you maybe win another game down the line.
Yeah, I agree. You can always refer back to moments in the season that kind of catapult you to another level. And I think, when we look back, this is going to be one of those games that I think is going to give us the confidence to push through and win another close one like tonight.
Down 20 at the break, the Warriors outscore the Muskies by 32 after halftime, winning at 90-78. What a night it was. Thanks for watching.